Happy Friday, YouTube. It does not feel like Friday. This week feels like it went by really quick because I've been just working on my startup, and then I've been also working on my one class that's the first half semester class, which I kind of like the class, but I kind of don't. This class is it's pretty much just reading textbooks, so yeah, I don't really know. But she has like 2 things to do a week, but it's mostly discussion. So I already got everything for next week. I got that already done. So I just need to work on this little paper she wants us to do. So I'm like a week and a half done, and it's already the first week. I've been just trying to get into my new routine for the summer. Not every day this week, but I did hit the track a couple times, so that's good. And I usually just come back and shower, and I hung out here a couple of the days, and a couple of days somebody else was in here. So instead of getting angry, I just went and hung out at the business building because it was pretty empty. One of the spots are. So I'm kind of like learning my new summer routine. Yeah, I'm just trying to like front load that class because I kind of want to get done a little early if I can and work on my startup. But I feel like I've kind of been just going in circles, but that's been the thing. That pipeline idea I had, which I was like, oh, it's gonna be simple. It's at 870 some lines, but it's pretty much done. I'm just like cleaning up my unit tests, and then I need to do some documentation and stuff. I used that AirDoc generator I've used elsewhere. But yeah, I don't know. Because for what I want to use this for, I could have just done a class for every little single thing. But I mean, it does make things kind of common at least, so I don't know. I mean, I am still learning, but this isn't like really like crucial, I feel like, towards my like actual final project. I mean, it's gonna get used. I'm just kind of questioning. I feel like I'm bad at project management. Or, I don't know, well, it's like that conundrum I mentioned last time, where you're like into engineering, but you're also like trying to do project management business. So I feel like it's hard to tell myself no, but I feel like once I get this done and a couple other little things, I'm gonna really be hitting the UI and some of the actual like API stuff. Also, my eyes, I don't know if you can tell, they're like really like red, like under here. I don't know, because I feel like I've been sleeping pretty okay the last week, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. Fortunately, the new summer group's been actually pretty quiet at night, so that's nice. But during the day, it's like nobody really talks to each other. Everybody just stares at each other, and I feel like we're still fighting over study spots like any other semester. So same crap, new people, but quieter people, it seems, at least. So that's good, at least. Maybe because it's like summer, people are doing stuff outside, and plus like after like 2.5 months from now, like we're not gonna see any, well, some people might be doing fall, I think, but not gonna ever see these people again. So maybe that's why people don't try to invest in developing friendships, because it's just like temporary being summer. I don't know, I feel like the summer crowds are always like the less social, but it's quieter, so I like that. But it's weird, it's like dystopian, like people just stare at each other, don't talk to each other. The pod life. But yeah, I just kind of hate about this class because it's a bunch of, well, these videos were short, but it's like more reading than anything. Like that week we got like 4 or 5 chapters to read. So I don't know, paying all this extra money, because this class is like a business class. They charge an extra $800 in differential tuition, but pretty much all reading. Like the professor has a couple videos she made, and I don't really know this professor. I mean, she's got good ratings on Rate My Professor and stuff, so she's probably a good professor, but just being an online class, I feel like there's more reading than anything. I wish she did like recorded lectures or something, because all she basically did is just like come up with a list of assignments, compile a list of readings, and then it's pretty much just us, and she just grades them. I don't really know like what she's really doing to deserve to be paid. I'm not trying to like bash her or anything, but that's like the same for a lot of these online classes. Like I did one last year and it had videos, I think the dates were like 2016. So I don't know, I just feel like these online classes are kind of rip-offs. I wish she like did at least like recorded lectures or something, so it's a little more, I mean, it's a visual communications class. You'd think she would do lectures, they'd be more visual than just pretty much paying to read textbooks, which I could have bought on Amazon. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't get the credit to finish my management minor. But I don't know, I just feel like these online classes are a big rip-off. Like, they should charge less money or something. I don't really understand it. Like, why they think this is okay. Yeah, this school is just a big ripoff, but that's the same for like pretty much any university in the country. I feel like the writing's starting to be on the wall. I was like watching YouTube a couple days ago, and there was something saying, I think like 17% more. I don't know the exact statistic, but like more high schoolers are reported to be going into trade school, like being plumbers or electricians and going to college. And plus also like AI is the big threat. AI is gonna replace your gender studies degree faster than AI is going to replace a plumber. I mean, that's exactly true. So I feel like colleges are just like kind of going out of the style. Yeah, like President Randall and like all the university administrators, they all feel like they're like super cool. Like, I don't know, Randall did a thing with like a panel talking about like the value of higher education. And I kind of tagged him in a post criticizing him about that, and he like viewed all my stories that day, which is kind of funny. The university's president's like watching my Instagram. But hey, I'm pretty public, and I mean, I'll say what I think. And hey, if he wants to meet and we could talk more, I would be open to that because I'm a pretty open person. Yeah, the agenda for today, I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish this chapter, finish the other chapter for the week. And then my plan is to start planning for our paper that's due Thursday. So that's the only thing I really have to worry about next week in discussions. But yeah, I feel like this week I've spent more time on school than my startup, and the stuff I've done for my startup have mostly just been like, I don't know if it's the most important work. I am ahead on this class. So next week, if I could like get done today or tomorrow, next week I could be starting on week 3. I definitely did like get focused on my time budgeting, but there's still the rest of this day and Saturday and Sunday. So I mean, I could put like 8 or 10 hours over the weekend into my startup. So that's what I'll probably end up doing. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like front row this class a little bit and get ahead. But yeah, I might feel like I'm moving towards my goals, but I feel like I could always do better. Also, speaking of my startup idea, I'm not really sure what I think about it yet because I don't really know this person that well. And there's somebody I like know locally that is interested in my app idea. So I like actually was hanging out with him in his apartment yesterday talking about it. But I mean, he's like really talented with the design and stuff. And I'm not really sure like how it would work to like split everything up and stuff. But somebody's interested in my startup idea. So I'm not really sure like where we'll go with that. But that's definitely like validation. Because I know like right now I kind of need to come up with a roadmap and like reprioritize and stuff. Because I feel like I'm really wanting to be like the engineer person when I need to be more business minded and like cut down a lot of stuff and prioritize for the minimum viable product. But yeah, somebody's interested in like partnering with me. So I'm not sure like where they'll go yet. We're still talking. So I don't want to be like definitely yes or no yet. But that is definitely like exciting because I feel like it's validation for my idea. I also feel like I'm kind of terrible at note taking for readings. I pretty much just like copy the whole book, well parts of it, but I feel like I'm really terrible with like note taking and stuff. But yeah, I kind of feel like if the professor basically just compiled a bunch of assignments together and readings and a couple little videos, and she's pretty much just doing the grading, why not just replace her with an AI and save money? Like, why even have a professor? I honestly think that's probably the future of education. You could have like Tim Cook teach a business operations class and have like AI and TAs and graded. So you could have like people, because like the criticism is a lot of business professors, which I don't know how true it is, but a lot of business professors have never actually really done business. So you could have like Tim Cook talk about operations. You could have Mark Zuckerberg talk about business stuff. You could have Steve Jobs was still alive. He would have been a really good candidate. You could have Oprah Winfrey have a lecture. Like you could have celebrity professors and famous people do lectures online and just have AI and TAs graded. I don't know. I feel like that would be like a cool idea for like a new kind of university. You just have the best people in the world teaching. So I don't know. I just feel like the future of like higher education and universities are looking bleaker and bleaker by the day. Like I already kind of felt like college was kind of a ripoff, but I don't know, I feel like I was going through a midlife crisis since I'm like a non-traditional student. My family is kind of putting pressure on me, so I decided to go back to school. I went to college. Now I'm $106,000 in debt and I regret it and I still don't feel like I belong, and I feel like I also don't really learn that much. Like some of my game development classes, professors are like, oh, just go watch Unreal tutorials on YouTube. So I don't know, like going here, I feel like I just been really scammed and ripped off, and I really regret it. Like if I could turn a time machine and go back in time, I would have never decided to go attend college. I should have pivoted and done something different, but yeah, I feel like I was stuck in life and I was hoping this would get me unstuck, and I feel like I just actually made my life worse when I was supposed to go to college to self-improve. Anyways, I think I'm just doing this vlog as a way to procrastinate from the readings, and it's going on 2:30, so I'm gonna try to hunker down. I'm almost done. I got like 5 pages of this chapter and then I got another chapter to do. Oh yeah, before I forget, I was so like stressed and worried about my grades for the spring semester. I got all A's. Like this is my second like semester, like that wasn't summer, that I actually got like a 4.0, so I'm like really surprised. So I'm pretty proud of myself. But then again, I also kind of question if I really deserve that grade because, you know, with the criticizing college, there's like all these articles and stuff that talk about like grade inflation. So colleges are handing out grades easier than they used to do. Honestly, I feel like I feel like college is turning more into pay to play, especially the business school. You just pay the money and do the work. You basically buy a degree. I don't know. I think the value of higher education in college is definitely being diluted. Now with AI, younger students graduating from high school and the rise of AI, you have to ask yourself, like, is your major you want to study, is it going to be replaced by AI? So you got to really question. So yeah, I feel like the physical trades are definitely going to make a comeback. But the bad thing about that is like you're going to turn like 50 and your back's going to be like broken. Unless you like had a work-life balance. Like maybe if we had more plumbers and stuff, maybe you wouldn't have to work as much. Like you could try to have like a work-life balance. Maybe even do 30 hours a week instead of 40. Like, so you can still like not like throw out your back and stuff, and you can still get the work done. Cause like there's like articles and stuff about like the lack of people wanting to do plumbers. That's why like plumbers are so expensive, I guess. So I definitely feel like the trends are changing. Like college is, yeah, it's dying out. Anyways, yeah, I should get to that reading. I want to get done before dinner. I'm procrastinating. Honestly, the fact that I don't even want to do these readings, and like if I had the money, I would just drop out of college right now and just go full time on my app. So I feel like that's just a sign like something's not right if I just not motivated to do the work. Like I don't see the value in this. It's just busy work just to get another credit. And then I'll be done with my management minor, and I'm never gonna look at this again. Almost done with the reading. Got a couple more pages, but yeah, I'm kinda taking a lot longer than I thought it would take. Hey, at the end of the reading now that I was planning to do today, but I feel like this reading took me way more time than it should have probably. Yeah, now I just have to like worry about the paper for Thursday, and then there's 2 replies for Thursday. I think I'm gonna go start dinner, and I'll probably just like sit down and brainstorm and try to start on like an outline for the paper. And I think I'm done with school for the day. I might work on the paper tomorrow, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just code and work on my startup after dinner. But unless I do get in the groove and I get inspired on this paper, but yeah, I just feel like I really hate school. Like, especially the environment and stuff, I feel like makes it worse. Like, it's not really worth it. Not trying to be negative, but I feel like it's really the truth. Like, things could be a lot better. And I just feel like people that run these places are like millionaires. They don't care about us students. Which gets paid a couple $1 million just to do football, so that's where their priorities are at, not us students. Yeah, probably kind of got too much chicken. This is reduced, so I like wanted legs, and then chicken breast is what I was mainly gonna go for. Yeah, probably way too much chicken. I guess I'll have some tomorrow maybe, for a snack or something. I was just thinking for that assignment, since it could be anything visual, I wonder if you could just use the website for the Lamborghini Urus. That could be kind of fun to analyze. In the meantime, while I cook dinner, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my unit tests because I switched to my AirDocs. I want to have it match instances of those instead of the way it works now where it's just comparing messages. So I think I'll do that as like some busy work while I wait for dinner to cook. I am for the barbecue. 10 more minutes and then I can flip it. So, almost there. Okay, I have definitely made like probably too much. But I might have some later. Unless I do eat it all and then go exercise. Okay, well I decided to save 3 for tomorrow, even though I'm tempted to eat it after doing dishes. I got an ice cream cake yesterday and I had a little chunk last night for like a snack, and I had some for brunch, so I guess I'll just have another quarter, have a dessert, I guess. I feel like ice cream cakes are like literally one of my favorite desserts. I don't know, all it is ice cream, and I guess they make like an icing out of whipped cream instead, because I guess icing doesn't stick. After eating, I kind of felt like I wanted to fall asleep, so I decided to go on a little walk. Ooh, I don't know why I want to hiccup. Yeah, I'm down by where the fountain is. Yep, sun setting. There's the library that says you belong when you really don't belong. Or maybe you belong as long as you're not a vlogger. I don't know. Yeah, it's nice out here today. Nice and sunny. Yeah, I'm just reflecting on the day. I kind of feel like I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. Mostly just reading and a little bit of code. And then dinner was like more time consuming and calories than I should have probably had. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll probably just code for a couple more hours and go to bed.
maybe tomorrow start on that paper. I think I know what I'm gonna do though. I was looking at the thing because she has like an outline. I think I am gonna try to write about the Urus, because I guess you would like analyze the website, I guess, that's advertising the car, maybe touch on the car itself, but I kind of think I could probably come up with something. I got some ideas, and she had a sample one somebody did of a drink called White Claw. I guess it's like a seltzer drink or whatever, I don't know. I just feel like I can probably put something together, but I'm just like stressing. First week into the summer semester, and I feel like I'm not exactly hitting my goals, because I'm like, oh, I'll go get school done in a day or two and just work on my startup the whole week. And I spent more time on school this week than that, but then again, I wanted to get ahead. So I mean, I have almost 2 weeks of school done in a week, so and it's like a short condensed class. So yeah, maybe next week I need to just like really limit myself to like 9 hours at the most into that class, and then spend the rest of the week on the startup. I think I should really do that. Decided to go cut through the business building real quick because it's open to 11 to go get a little sip of water and use the bathroom. There's only one person in the entire lounge, and there's like nobody at the front desks or anything. Yeah, I don't know why I just don't do this on, because I think there's no Friday classes for the business school, I think. So I don't know why I just don't come out hang out here Friday and Saturday since the building's still open. Sunday, there's like nothing open. Ooh, sprinklers. I don't want they hit my headphones. Ooh. Getting assaulted by sprinklers. I like summer though. This is way better than winter. Yeah, but today's been generally a good day. Like, I was pretty productive, hung out in that study room for a little bit and finished the reading, even though it took me a while, and outlined the paper that's for Thursday. So it's not too bad, I guess. Trying to be positive. And also this class, it's a little unbalanced because some weeks are just technical tutorials instead of reading and writing, because we have to make posters for our final. So those things will be like easy for me. So maybe me just spending this week trying to front load the class and getting ahead is not that bad, but I think I want to stick to my time goal of just spending 1 to 2 or 3 days a week on that class and putting the rest to my startup, because I really need to make the most of the summer, especially since I paid out of pocket for part of the semester. Oh wow, I just realized it's going on 1 a.m. already. Yeah, I just got done brushing my teeth, but I did come back from my walk, I took a nap, and then I worked on code for a couple hours, but not as much as I wished. Well, I did finish up some unit tests, and I did some documentation. There's one more thing I want to change to the pipeline thing, and then I want to integrate it with the retry runner, and then I want to actually make use of it. It took me like a week to do that, but then again, I spent most of the time this week on that class, because that class has stuff due every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'm worried I'll miss a deadline. So I think that's what's got into me this week, because I said I was going to focus more on my startup, and I've just been doing more school. Just going to drink water and like walk around the building for something to do for a little bit. Yeah, tomorrow being Saturday, which I'm going to make sure I sleep. Yeah, I don't know what's with my eyes. I actually showed somebody. I hope it's not pink eye. I don't know. I had pink eye when I was a little kid, and I couldn't even like open my eyes. I think it was so bad you had to put like a rag on it. So I don't think it's pink eye. But also though, late at night, that study room kind of gets cold at night. I also just feel like people act weird about sharing it. So I've been sitting in the kitchen at night on my computer, and the lights dim at like 9:45 because it's like quiet hours. So I also think that could also probably irritated it this last week. I'm staring at like a bright screen in the dark. So I kind of wonder if that's why. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm changing up my routine, and I have like red eyes now. But yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna work on that class and work on my startup a little bit, and then Sunday, I don't know, I might just work on my startup only Sunday, and then Monday I guess I'll do a bit of school in my startup. I feel like I'm like doing a bit of both, but yeah, I kind of want to front load that course and get done with it early. And then like the last like 3-4 weeks of the first half of the semester, I basically have like pretty much full time on my startup. I got like the second half of week 2 I need to get done, and then if I got that done this weekend, everybody else would be starting week 2 and I'd be starting week 3, and I could get like week 3 and 4 done probably next week, and then I could take the class a lot slower and I'd be ahead, so I don't have to worry about the deadline. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do actually. So I'm wondering if I'm really doing a bad strategy with the readings, because I already forget. Like, maybe I should just like search the stuff instead. Because I know like for I think week 4 she wants us to read like 4 different chapters, and there's like Adobe tutorials that should take like 3 hours. Maybe I'm taking the reading too serious. yeah, I just kind of feel like the first week of the summer semester is not going as great as I was hoping because I'm spending more time on school than my startup, and that's the reason I said I was going to do these 2 classes that are half semester each so I could work on my startup pretty much the rest of the time. But then again, I am trying to front load them. And the deadlines, I mean, I feel like the deadlines being Tuesday and Thursday, and like there's a bunch of readings, so like if I started on Monday and I just got behind a little, I would throw everything off. So I feel like me trying to be a couple weeks ahead is probably good. I'll probably be okay with my goal. I just feel like kind of changing the plan on the fly. But anyways, yeah, just reflecting on the first week of the summer semester wasn't exactly the way I planned. I was hoping that class would have stuff we do every like Sunday, but I think it's just the twice a week thing, and a lot of it's just reading and stuff on your own. I feel like that's just what's throwing me off. But honestly, if I could really get that class done early and just get out of the way and just grind on my startup idea. So I don't know, it was not my plan. I was gonna like spend like 1 or 2 days a week on that class and then spend the rest of the time on my startup, but just because of the deadlines, I don't know, maybe I don't need to like front row the course too much. Maybe if I have like the first 2 weeks done by Monday, I can start on week 3 and I'll have a week buffer and then just spend 2 days a week on the class like I originally said I was gonna do, because I feel like I've done stuff every day. So yeah, maybe this first week, not the way I was planning, but just because of the deadlines, the way the class was set, I kind of got stressed because it's like you have Tuesday and Thursday. Like that one Adobe thing, I think she wants to connect the reading and the tutorials in a discussion post due Tuesday. So that's like 5 or 6 hours of work to do before you even do the posts. Yeah, Monday would be like pretty much doing it the day before everything's due. So yeah, maybe me just front loading a week or 2 and then I can kind of slow down and then balance between that and my startup, and everything should be fine. Not as planned, but I'm like still strategizing and getting on track, I feel like, because I mean it is the first week of a new semester. Actually talking out loud doing these videos actually make me feel better because I'm like stressing about this class. But yeah, just work hard on it Saturday and hopefully get that paper done by Monday, and I can get started on week 3. Spend like 2 days a week like I originally said. So I think I can get on my original plan, but this week I just basically did 2 weeks worth of work. And I mean it's a half semester class, so it's 13 weeks condensed into 6. So basically I've kind of done like 3 or 4 weeks worth of work in a week, if you look at it that way. So I think I'm actually doing okay. So yeah, next week, if I like really hit the class hard this weekend, and I've been hitting the class hard this week, starting Monday, I can start on week 3 when everybody else is starting on week 2 and just spend the 2 days on that class like I was planning a week, and spend the rest of the week on my startup next week. So yeah, things should be going to plan. Just not the first week, but the first week is setting things to be on track for my actual plan. So it's actually not as bad as I think it is. It's just kind of like stressful just thinking about it the first week, but everything's starting to like fall into place, like my plan. But yeah, anyways, I'm just rambling about school. Yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog. If you liked, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.